This is my city. And right now we're in the east end of Louisville, an area that is well known for being wealthy, family-friendly, and completely breathable. I'm here today with my friend Cameron Smithers, who is the co-founder of the environmental justice group known as Eco Louisville here in Louisville, Kentucky.
Hello, I'm going to be joining you guys today on our documentary trip to the West.
Today we're going to do something really exciting. We're going to take our friend Megan Reed, who has never left her East End home in Louisville, to visit the West End. And we're going to take her to the West End to explore Rubtown. So before we begin our journey to the West, I think it's important that we learn a little history. The western part of Louisville is known as Rubtown because of its numerous amounts of industrial plants surrounding the area. The neighborhoods that make up Rubtown are Portland, Hallmark, Shawnee, California, Russell, Parkland, Chickasaw, Park Duval, Cane Run, Lake Dreamland, Riverside Gardens, and Trively. For the purpose of time, I'll be taking you guys to just a few of these areas, Shawnee Park and Chickasaw Park. But it's important to note that what you will be learning today affects the entire surrounding communities. So the history of Rubtown begins as early as 1918, when the Standard Oil of Kentucky built the first plant, followed by in 1930 when the Etna Oil and Louisville Refinery Company built their plants. All three of these plants emitted gas, kerosene, fuel oil, naphtha, and petroleum, ultimately contaminating the soil and groundwater in the area. Then, in 1941, the United States Office of War Production contracted with the National Carbide to construct a calcium carbide acetylene gas plant with B.F. Goodrich Corporation, followed by DuPont-Danimar's group building a plant that transformed acetylene gas into vinyl acetylene, which was then chlorinated and turned into chloroplane.
What's chloroplane? What's chloroplane, you ask? Well, essentially it's just 2-chloro and 1,3-butadiene.
Allison?
Yeah, Tim?
Do you think everybody's going to know what that means?
I mean, don't we all?
Essentially, once chloroplane is polymerized, it is just a synthetic rubber used to create automotive parts, adhesives, caulks. Basically, it just has a lot of strength and is resistant to weather, chemical, and oil variables. So to finish up a brief history, in 1979, the Boarding Company built a plant in Rubtown that is now emitting formaldehyde.
Formaldehyde?
Formaldehyde is one of the major indoor air pollutants and is found in building materials, adhesives, and wallpaper insulation. 1 in 5,000 people who are exposed to formaldehyde for more than 10 years will develop cancer.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I boring you guys?
Yeah, let's get the show on the road here, dog.
All right.
Everybody buckle up. So while Allison is driving, I'm going to list for you guys all the chemical plants around Rubtown. And since there's so many of them, we probably won't be able to get to see all of them today. But in reality, it takes several minutes, so we're not going to take very much.
Companies that surround the Rubtown communities are American Synthetic Rubber Company, Autophena Chemicals, Boarding Chemical, Carbide Chemical, E.I. DuPont-Danimar's, DuPont Dow, Novion, Oxyvinyls, Poly One, Roman Haas, and Zion. These companies make up 20% of Kentucky state industry releases of air toxins and 42% of Jefferson County. So, Megan, this is one of the parks in the Rubtown community. It's a Shawnee Park, and if I notice anything from being here for only 5 minutes, is that I can already smell something bad. It does smell bad.
Okay, let's take a look around, see what this place is like.
This place looks just like where I live, except for that. According to Louisville's Courier-Journal newspaper, the people that live in the Rubbertown community experience 60 times the amount of toxic air exposure than in the eastern part of Louisville, deeming them several hundred times more vulnerable to cancer.
So, Megan, this is Chickasaw Park.
Let's eat some fucking fish,
Oh,
right?
we're gonna eat some fish? Well, first, let's read this sign. There are signs like this all over Chickasaw Park, preventing people from fishing in these waters, because these fish have a poison in their system.
It's too bad. I really want to eat these fish and these birds. The reason why Megan can't eat the fish and these birds that are found near Chickasaw Park is because most of the fish are filled with a chemical known as dioxin, which is formed by a byproduct of industrial processes involving chlorine. On December 14, 2006, the residents of the Rubbertown neighborhoods woke up to a startling stench that began at 10:30 that night. Residents had been experiencing various pains such as burning eyes, scratchy throat, headaches, sneezing, and an increase of mucus. The stench got so bad that many residents dialed 911 to complain about the smell. When authorities investigated the matter, the chemical that was found to have caused the stench was ethyl acrylate, which emits a colorless, sharp odor. The company that was to blame was Roman Haas. According to scorecard.org, ethyl acrylate is a developmental toxin, gastrointestinal and liver toxin, immunotoxin, kidney toxin, neurotoxin, respiratory toxin, and skin or sense organ toxin. Rome and Haas were fined for exceeding their permit on releasing chemicals into the nearby water, and also apologized for the stench they caused during the 2 days the chemical lingered in the air. But many residents demanded that was not enough. They complained that the smell still lingered in their cars and houses. But still, nothing was done. This story isn't a rare story, and is in fact common for many residents in the Rubbertown community. Many of the residents have formed environmental justice groups, like the Rubbertown Emergency Action Group, also known as RAD, which fights for justice within the Rubbertown communities, or the West Jefferson County Task Force, which says its goal is to work on the principles of research, education, information, and validation to empower residents to make informed decisions on environmental justice issues. They strive to build coalitions and partnerships between community, business, and public entities to implement strategies and to improve the quality of life. Many communities have also taken matters into their own hands and have created bucket brigades. Bucket brigades allow residents to take air samples and send them off to labs for a complete analysis. They were created because usually when a toxin was smelled by residents, it would take hours or even days for authorities to come to Rubbertown to investigate. Bucket brigades allow residents to take matters into their own hands, sample air toxins, and report them to their local government to show how serious of a problem air pollution is within the Rubbertown community.
So this is a chemical plant, and this is a neighborhood.